listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.
Let's hear some rock and roll, baby, yeah!
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Tonight, we got an episode about plastic people. Wow. I've got Darren the Inquisitor. Are you here?
I am here.
Right on. Adam Shadow. Are you there, sir?
I am here.
And I have a guest. My buddy Ralph actually is here in the studio.
Ralph, the flat earther.
He's not on his mic right now, but he's here.
Flat earther.
He does believe in flat Earth. Well, he doesn't believe the Earth is round anyway. I'm not sure exactly.
Oblong earth.
Maybe
pyramid.
Maybe pyramid shaped.
Right.
He says at least a flat triangle. And
Like someone's head.
I don't know. Anybody got some news?
I do.
Yeah. Hang on then. Let me do my new special effect here. If I could find it. Oh, here we go. If this will work. This should work. All right. We have Darren with breaking news.
President Obama, 2 days before his final day in office, has released 13 million top secret CIA files to the public to peruse.
Whoa, that's right.
And there's a lot of UFO stuff in there.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Uri Geller, remember Uri Geller used to say he was working for the United States government, and they all said he was full of it?
Yeah, somebody's got some major...
Buzzing.
Are you hearing that buzzing?
Yeah, it's got to be Adam Watt. Are you getting one of those electrical balls going over there?
No, no eyeballs, no.
No eyeballs?
I heard a sideball go through the room. Anyways, yeah, Uri Geller, that they had a bunch of stuff on him, I guess. There's 13 million files. It's funny because most of them are saying they've been expunged or whatever the word is. I don't know, cleaned before they were released. I did a search on the Bohemian Grove. That was fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, you can just do a search, and then all the files that relate to any one thing. It's only been a couple days now, so. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there.
Hi, Darren.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? France released a whole pile of files, like, from their UFO stuff. And I'll tell you, you can Google it. It's Geipan. Okay, I'll spell it. Geipan.
Hang on, I'm gonna put
Wasn't
it
that like a year ago or something?
Yeah, but that'd be interesting, too, for all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that at the time. I just haven't really spent a lot of time researching.
What is it? Gaipan?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Geipan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something to look at.
And do you just Google that word?
I don't know.
That's the website, isn't it? Kind of.
I don't know.
That's what you search when you're looking for it.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna post it on 47 #47 talk. If anyone wants to check it out.
So that's all the news I had. That and Donald Trump is now president.
Oh yeah,
Donald
the
Trump.
inauguration. How did that go? Does anybody know? Hey, why don't we get our guest on here? Why don't we get our
We have
guest
another
on here
guest.
right away? I think, and he can join us in this. All right, here we go. That's not the right music. Here we go. I got something good. Mr. Everett Themer, you are the next guest on Monster Castle Paranormal. Come on down.
Hey, Wolfman.
I always wanted to do that. How's it going, man?
It's
Good. How are you?
Right on. We got... we're talking about the inauguration.
Let's introduce Everett first.
Okay, yeah. Everett is one of the staff from Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott and the boys, and he's an author and a paranormal author, right, Everett?
Journalist more.
Okay, yeah, a researcher.
Yeah.
And
On
an
wide-
experiencer.
Yes, on a wide variety of topics. So this should be good. Do you guys want to continue with talking about the inauguration for a second?
Trump talk?
Sure.
All right.
Did you watch any of it, Everett?
I saw bits and pieces. I didn't watch much of the actual inauguration, but I watched some of the following conflict here in the Chicago area.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting at the luncheon when what's the turtle guy, the Democratic guy, got up and gave him a toast. What's his name?
Ted Cruz?
Oh, I can't think of his name. It's escaping me now. It's the head of the Democratic Party, but he got up there and he talked about hope and hard work and everything, and it was a pretty good toast for him. But it
Was he?
kind of,
He must have been pretty hungry if he had to eat toast then.
With some peanut butter and jelly.
That's what I was thinking.
what's his? Anyways, yeah, that part was interesting. And then he stood up. Trump was called to talk again, and he goes, "I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk anymore, but I just want to thank Hillary and Bill for being here." And then they gave him a standing ovation, which I thought was interesting. And then they immediately left. Right after that, they didn't stay.
Well, politics is all a game.
Yeah, and then when they were walking down the street, it was funny to watch his son. His son is only 10 years old, but he looks like he's 15. He's got to be 6 feet tall. He's huge.
And he always looks a little angry.
Well, he's 10. He's probably scared to death out there, and he's waving to the crowd and stuff. But it'll be interesting to watch him grow up because, I mean, man, he's only 10 years old. I thought he was like, by the looks of him, I thought he was like 14 or 15 years old. But yeah, he's pretty young. But yeah, we had a little conflict in my house today. My wife thinks he's the devil. And I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between what I think and what trying to support her and her feelings.
I have enough faith in the checks and balance system that I think we're probably going to be okay. It may not be a spectacular 4 years, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world either.
Yeah, unless he starts a nuclear war or something. But yeah, Yeah, the president really doesn't have that much power in this country, as much as they think. Although the executive orders are getting kind of out of control. I don't really understand how those work. Do you, Everett?
Not really, except that they're kind of a way for him to circumvent everything.
That's what it seems like to me. It seems like they're using it more and more. I mean, how much stuff can he get done with executive order? I don't know. Maybe we could have an expert call in and let us know. But it'll be interesting on Monday. He's already signed like 2 or 3 things between balls tonight.
Jeez, he's getting busy.
What's he do? Between balls?
Yes.
My God. Whose balls was he between?
He was between your balls.
Oh! I didn't even notice I was taking a nap.
Yeah, right between he was between 3 balls, and he did a couple different orders in between the balls.
Right now he's behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, right now he's behind the 8 ball.
I don't know how you couldn't notice that. You'd think that hair would tickle you.
Oh yeah, it's like a Dairy Queen sherbet. I think. Where is it? There's only here's a joke. I think there were only 3 parachutes. So Donald Trump says, "I'm the Republican candidate for president. I have to live." He takes the chute and jumps. He said, "Sorry, I'm the smartest man in the world, running for president. I have to live." Then Hillary said, I can't let him win this election. I have to beat him." So she jumps. Bill says, "Look, I had a great life. You take the last parachutes." I don't get it. I think I missed the first part of this joke. Okay, Trump.
Something seems to be missing.
Yeah, I missed the first part. Trump, Bill, and Hillary Clinton, and a 7-year-old were on a flight.
7.
Oh, I get it.
That one's from Eric.
Ooh.
The funniest part of that joke was before you got it right, and it didn't make any sense.
Oh, and then the girl says, "No, it's okay. There's still 2 chutes." So that means that they jumped without chutes. I guess.
This joke is complicated.
Yeah, it's too complicated, Parisi. You're going to have to call in and tell it. I think she's going to have to call in. Yeah, okay. She said the smartest man in the world took my knapsack. I get it. The smartest man in the world took my knapsack. Oh, that's funny. Oh, well, it's hard to read it. She should have typed it. If you would have typed it all together in one spot, it would have been. I thought it was going to be a short joke. Give me a break.
Well, now read it from the beginning, and we can edit it in later.
I'm still clueless.
Yeah, I
which
think
ones jumped and what now?
Okay, Trump.
Go ahead and start from the beginning.
Okay, Trump, Bill, Hillary Clinton, and a 7-year-old were on a flight when the engines went out. There were only 3 parachutes. So Donald Trump says, "I'm the Republican candidate. I have to live." So he takes the chute and jumps. Okay, he said, and then the next guy says, "I'm the smartest man in the world running for president." Wait a minute, who's all here? The smartest man? Trump, Bill, Hillary Clinton, and a 7-year-old. I don't get the part where about the smartest man in the world. Oh, Donald Trump's the smartest man in the world. I'm running for president. I have to live. And then Hillary said, I can't let him win this election. I have to beat him. So she jumps.
Okay.
Bill says, "Look, I had a great life. You take the last parachutes." It should be parachute because it was only 3. And the little girl says, "Oh, no, it's okay. There's still 2 chutes."
So he lied to her.
He said, "How can that be?" She says, "Because the smartest man in the world took my knapsack." I get it now.
Okay, all the pieces are falling into place.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's like Tommy Boy there with the you can stick up your head up a plumber's ass.
Wow.
Wait, no. Okay, that was good. I'm glad we revisited it.
I get it now.
I do too.
Wow.
Here's a joke for you. How is Donald Trump going to shut down the Department of Education? By renaming it Trump University.
Poor guy.
My wife would not like that one.
I wonder if he's a bit like Superman. The hair gives him his power.
Samson.
Yeah. Oh,
Is he
Samson.
bald? What is with that hair?
Have
That
they ever
guy-
determined if it's real hair?
It can't be, man. It can't be.
Maybe he's a plastic person.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He hasn't aged well if you compare him now to the 80s.
God, if you compare him now to when he started the campaign. I have a whole bunch of pictures from the demonstrators when the president cavalcade, or the group of cars are coming by. They had a group of protesters all with flipping off the camera and with all the protest signs, and one said, "You have really, really bad skin." Yeah, there's a ton of them. It's cool. Only in America could you do that, you know? It's great.
Well, only in America can a presidential candidate make some of the statements that Trump has made and still win.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Especially the Twitter stuff. Just Crooked Hillary, Lion Ted, Sleepy Bush, or what? What was the other one he had? He had one more. Little Marco Rubio. And that's just so juvenile. So stupid. But whatever. I think that most people that voted for him were like 52-49 because they didn't want Hillary mostly. I don't think a lot of people voted for Trump, although he probably thinks that they did.
I think Trump just stood in line and kept voting for himself and put a different wig on, then went to the back of the line.
He got lucky.
I don't know. Part of me still thinks that he was shocked that even that he won.
Well, he said that he thought he was going to lose the night before because he was down by 11 points all of a sudden. You know, some of the polls, and he's like, "Well, this has been the single greatest waste of. If I lose tomorrow, this has been the single greatest waste of time in my life." I think he was shocked he won. I thought he was probably surprised. I was surprised.
I
Were
wasn't.
You weren't?
No, not at all.
You thought there'd be a lot of shy Trump voters?
I thought I had a feeling that Trump winning was inevitable.
You think because they wanted him there, or do you think because it's hard for a woman to win or something? Why?
Nobody else could wear that wig.
Just my intuition is that that guided me to that knowledge, I guess.
Well, he sure believes in the power of positive thinking, that's for sure. Did you hear him today in the speech? He's like, we're going to get rid of poverty in the inner cities completely. It's like, come on, we know you're not going to do that. That's a lie. That's impossible. But he says it. It's not that people believe it. It's just like they go, oh, that's Donald.
Well, he says a lot of things.
He does. He sure does. I don't know how many I don't think he believes a lot of what he says. I think it's just he believes he could manifest it if he says it. You know what I'm saying?
Hasn't every president and politician from everywhere always just say whatever they have to get in that seat, and then you just wonder if they're going to do this stuff. And sometimes they do one or two things on their list.
That's true. Obama promised a whole bunch of things. He's gonna get rid of the deficit and eliminate it.
Well, I think you could go president by president and say these were their campaign promises, and here's what they actually did, and there's going to be huge differences.
It was pretty dark, though. I mean, you could tell he wrote it himself instead of having some award-winning speechwriter write it. It was,
So it had no big words?
Correct. The whole beginning part was just about the elites in government, and that he won't let the people down is basically what he said. But it smacked of Nazi Germany, parts of it. It's just like a lot of, nationalism, protect our borders, screw the rest of the world. We're tired of making the rest of the world rich on our jobs that we've sent there. It's just like, I don't know. A lot of it was just, it wasn't very good. It was mediocre at best, but at least he wrote it himself, and he wasn't blowing sunshine up our asses either, really, like most presidents do. I don't know. What do you
He's the
think?
president. He has to be respected now. And part of me just wonders, is this just a big joke to him? Does he just keep pushing it farther and farther just to see how far he can take it? I mean, he doesn't need any more money. He really has nothing to do. So is this just a big game to him?
I hope not. I hope he wants to make the country better. That's what he said he wanted to give back. That's why he's ran. I hope he meant it.
I hope so.
I mean, I hope so too. I mean, let's give him a chance for a week before we destroy him already. I mean, every little thing he does is just so, he's just so hypercritical, everybody, let him try. Things have got to get worse before they get better. I mean, you can't just run, $1 trillion deficits every year, or $1.2 trillion deficits, which are what it's going to be in the next, year. It'll be worse with Trump if he gets all the tax cuts he wants.
Hey, my buddy Ralph came in wearing a Donald Trump hat, "Make America Great Again" hat. What you like? You're a fan of Trump?
Oh yeah,
Ralph.
Oh yeah, and
put him on.
Okay,
put him on.
Okay,
he's on.
Why is he not speaking?
Well, because I'm just
he needs
listening.
to be on
This
here.
is my first time here.
Trump supporter.
Okay, Trump. We haven't had an honest president since JFK, and he got killed for it. He wanted to get rid of the Fed, right? The Fed is a criminal organization by Jewish bankers to kill us all, right? Over 100% inflation since the Fed. Anyway, Trump has got this guy named Representative Trey Gowdy. It's gonna, with the Department of Justice, it's gonna clean up Washington, right? Man, they're going to prosecute people, hopefully. Now, holy Christ, how come you got a president for 8 years that you got to prosecute everything they did? And Hillary, as Secretary of State, name one good thing she ever did. Nothing. They're up with the Muslims, man. They got the Muslim Brotherhood in Washington. Now, Trump, he's a capitalist. He doesn't believe in socialism. Socialism's great until somebody else's wallet's empty. And our prime minister, for the first thing he did was go over to Muslim countries and give away money that we don't have. And Trump, I think, he's already brought business back and kept business here. And he ain't even president. And he's done it already. Now, Obama's never created a job. And the jobs they do create cost $250,000 each, last I looked.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a capitalist. And we don't need... And another thing he's going to do is all those executive orders you were talking about, gone. Everything Obama ever did, gone. Probably Clinton, too. That freaking... And you guys were talking about being young and everything, and I think Hillary's got that Kuru disease. You should look that up from drinking blood. It's sick, man. And so if he's honest, right, and he's accountable and he's transparent... Then how could he do any wrong? Anyway.
But what if he's not honest? What if he's a capitalist out to make money for himself?
He's got to give up. Unconstitutional for him to take. He's got companies in other places that are like other governments own, right? And it's unconstitutional for him to take money from a foreign government for any reason, right? Now, he's got to stick by the Constitution, so all his companies are all going to go into trust or to his kids or whatever. But how come Obama and Clinton don't have to go by no Constitution, and they're sticking it to him? But Obama's done more to get rid of the Constitution than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Executive orders to get rid of the Constitution. Well, Trump ain't going to do that. But they're going to hold him to the Constitution because they're a bunch of libtards.
But Obama didn't have anything to give up. He was a law professor in a state. Or
I don't know about that, man. Nobody ever
he didn't
know
own
him in the
multi-million-dollar
school.
companies.
Nobody remembers him in those schools. Plus, the guy's an Indonesian citizen, and if you're an Indonesian citizen, you can't give it up. Oh man. So
Tell us that is.
Wow.
He's an Indonesian citizen. He was never an American. And I think it was Sheriff Joe Arpaio that came up with that fake birth certificate and proved it. And they got rid of him. He's no longer sheriff.
Oh, you're talking about Obama?
Obama, what a crook. And he's a Muslim. Christ. Anyway.
I created a monster, guys.
Evidence that he's not a citizen of the U.S.
Right.
He's got some kind of fake Hawaiian birth certificate, I heard. I don't know if it's true. But, yeah. It's time for a break, guys.
He's gone now. So.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, we're already a half an hour in, and that's enough Donald Trump talk, I think. And we're going to come back, unless you guys want to say one last thing.
Holy schnitzel.
There we go. That's all we
Good luck,
say.
Donald. All I can say is I wish you guys luck and the rest of the world luck with it, with Donald Trump, and I hope he does good. I really do. But like I said before, he's a businessman. They're used to climbing up the ladder on people's heads. So I imagine he'll do the same thing the way he runs.
Oh, come on. He's got all those billionaires in his cabinet. They're going to look out for us, right? They're not going to look out for all the rich billionaires.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
No.
Have
you looked at his cabinet? Have you looked at his cabinet? These people are private people. They're not career politicians. They've already had experience in making a dollar turn into 100, right? And
right.
They're like, and then in the beginning of government in the United States, they wanted people that weren't politicians. They wanted people that were successful and it didn't have had the best interests of the country at heart. And they're doing it same as Trump, man. He doesn't have to do that job. Christ, but he wants to do it because he wants to make things better. And in the beginning, you couldn't even vote unless you were a businessman. Because
I will give you that. I will admit he is going to be kind of a big social experiment, because the American public have for years complained that they want an outsider in the White House. They want somebody who's not a career politician. And then as soon as a viable candidate that's running that meets that criteria, everybody says, oh, well, he has no political experience. He doesn't know what he's doing. He hasn't spent any time doing anything political. Why is he running? So you can't have it both ways. They kept saying they want a political outsider. He is the perfect political outsider.
That's true. It'll be interesting to watch. He's definitely entertaining to watch. He's fun to listen to him talk.
And we are going to break on Monster Castle Paranormal with Aqua. This song has to do with the next subject.
In the Barbie world, life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress
Hey, I hope everybody enjoyed that. I just put it on for kind of like a joke, but I kind of like the rest of that album, but that song. But we're talking about plastic people now. That's the subject. So everyone's probably wondering what the hell we mean by plastic people. Everett, you want to fill them in?
Oh, well, they are these people. I've experienced them that literally never change. They never age. They almost look like big life-size dolls with perfect, almost rubber-like or plastic-like skin.
How old do they look? When did you see them?
I saw them over the course of 15, 20 years. I don't know how many times, but dozens and dozens of times. And I would say they look late 20s.
So they're in their prime.
Pretty much, I guess.
Can you start at the beginning when you first saw them? Were they the first weird things you saw?
No, they weren't the first weird thing I saw. Do you want the first weird thing I saw?
The beginning, like we always do. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town outside of Chicago.
Okay. And how old were you when you had your first paranormal experience?
The very first one, I was probably about 8 years old.
And what did you see?
My dad and I were out walking through the woods, and it was at night. We were going to check a fire at my grandparents', and this figure just kind of stepped out from behind a tree, and it just kind of glowed, and it literally just stepped out and then stepped back behind the tree. And as a little kid, I like jumped, 4 feet in the air. My dad didn't seem to see it, didn't seem to faze him at all. It was only about 10, 15 years later that I learned that at the time there was somebody who had committed suicide in a truck about a couple 100 feet away from where we were in the woods.
Wow. Your dad had did you tell your dad that you saw something weird?
Yeah, he just thought I was, an 8-year-old kid who got spooked along the edge of the trees in the woods.
You know what that sounds like? The movie Signs, when the alien, his foot is outside the corn and then he darts back in. Did you see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Was it like that?
Not really. I mean, it kind of, but like I said, we were just walking along, and this glowing like figure just kind of stepped out, almost like took a sidestep from out behind this tree and stood there for a second, and then stepped right behind the tree. And when we walked past it, there was nothing behind or around the tree. It was just gone.
And now being older, what do you think it was?
Honestly, I think, knowing that there was somebody that was in a truck over there that had committed suicide, I think it could have been that person.
His spirit?
Yeah.
What did it look like? Do you remember it all?
I just remember it being like an older person. I don't really remember, facial details or anything. What I really remember is just the fact that it was glowing, but didn't seem to be lighting anything up. It just.
So it's like a humanoid person. What color was the glow?
Kind of like a whitish, yellowish kind of glow.
Wow.
Almost like a candle flame kind of flame.
Okay. Huh. And how did that affect you as a kid? Did you think of it often?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it definitely, I think, as a teenager, it definitely spurred my interest in the paranormal.
Did you ever tell your dad about what you saw?
I told him that night. He thought, like I said, I had just spooked myself in the woods.
Right. So he didn't believe it necessarily. How about now?
He's kind of a nuts and bolts kind of guy. He would probably believe that something happened, but he probably doesn't remember it as vividly, or it didn't have as big of an impact on him as it did on me.
Wow, 8 years old. That's young.
Yeah, so like I said, I screamed like a little girl.
What was the next one?
Probably the next big one would be the Perfect People.
The Perfect People came into your life.
Or Plastic People, yeah.
And what year was this, and how old were you?
This would have been late 80s. I would have been 16, 17.
All right, and what was the first time you saw the Plastic People?
Well, like most teenagers, a group of friends and I were bored, and there was a legend where we grew up about a house that if you snuck onto the property, you'd be, chased off, somebody'd shoot at you, that kind of thing.
Where was this property? Was it by your house?
Yeah, it was outside of Chicago, probably about 5 miles from my house.
How did you get over there? Did you drive or walk through the woods?
A bunch of us drove.
Okay. So what made you decide to go over there?
Just the legends and the different things you'd hear from people, and, kind of that scare factor little thing. So we went out there. And,
What had you heard before?
That this place, if you went there, the people that owned it were Satanists, and there were all kinds of weird things in their yard, and that if you went there, you'd get shot at. Kind of your typical weird, there's the weird house out in the middle of nowhere kind of story.
You'd get shot at, and you got a big group together to go out there, or what?
Oh no, there were about 4 or 5 of us that we just went out there, and this was back before cell phones or anything. So one guy drove and dropped us off, and we hopped the fence.
Were you guys drinking or something? Was it late at night?
It was late at night, but no, we weren't drinking or anything.
Okay, tell us what happened.
So we jumped the fence at this property, and we were looking around, and saw some weird things, some interesting things, and nothing that really confirmed or denied any rumors. But then we never got up to the house, but the lights came on at the house, and all of us swore we heard gunshots. So we took off and jumped the fence again, went out onto the road, and the guy that was driving picked us up. And this was an area where there wasn't a lot of traffic. There weren't a lot of cars. So we ended up being followed out of this little village or neighborhood, probably for about 20, 25 minutes. We didn't actually go to the town we lived in. We went to a different town just to drive around and make sure that there was nobody still following us.
So you thought maybe it was the homeowner that wanted to shoot you?
Something like that, yeah, or catch us, get a license plate number,
Were you
something like
speeding?
that. We probably were.
Were you under the influence of marijuana or any sort of other intoxicant or alcohol?
No, not at that time of the night.
Okay. So you thought it was just the homeowner. So how long before you went back?
We didn't go back recently after that. We stayed away.
Of course. They had guns.
We kind of figured the homeowner was on to people getting into their property, and we went in there, we saw some weird, interesting things, and we figured we almost got caught. We just took off.
Wait a minute. You saw interesting things besides hearing the gunshot?
Yeah.
What did you see?
They had like I don't know if it was marble or granite, but a big slab out in the middle of their yard, probably 3 feet wide and maybe 7, 8 feet long. It's just a marble slab.
Like a sacrifice table?
It could have been.
What kind of marble?
At 16 years of age or 17 years of age with a flashlight in a stranger's yard, I wasn't paying too much attention to the kind of marble or granite it was.
It was Italian marble. Okay.
And they had like a little stone building about the size of a porta potty. It was sort of 3-sided, built of some sort of stone, and inside there was just like a statue or something, and that was really,
a little building with just a statue inside of it.
What I found interesting when I was talking to him on the phone before the show was the fact that these people built with stone. All over the stone structures all over and around this yard. Like they didn't have wood. Everything was stone statues, stone buildings, loose stones lying around like they're still in construction, making more stone structures.
It's kind of unusual, especially in Illinois.
Yeah, we're not
old.
I think it was. I think it was something that they had brought in. They also had some unique architecture out by their front gate. Their house was gated, and out by the front, they had, I don't know if it was a replica or if it was an actual hull of a ship. They had it sticking out of the woods at the side of their gate.
Oh my gosh! Do you have any pictures of this stuff?
No, the last time I went back there, it was gone.
Everything? All the stone?
You couldn't see that anymore. It had kind of grown up and grown. The brush had grown up, so you couldn't really get in there. And the ship was gone.
Were there people in the house?
Lights came on, so I would assume there were. Like I said, we didn't get that close to the house. Once we saw the lights come on.
What was the statue? What was the statue of in the little rock building?
I don't really remember.
It was humanoid, though?
Probably. Again, at 16, 17 years old, that's not what we were looking for.
What were you looking for?
I don't know. I think we were just looking to go and trespass and, find some weird stuff to talk about.
Get a little spooked.
Weird stuff.
Okay. So, what about the plastic people? Where do they come into this?
Well, probably the first time I saw them was about 2 weeks after this.
Okay.
I lived on a road that basically connected to the road that this house was on. And as a kid, I'd be out there mowing the grass or whatever along the side of the road, and this car would drive by, and these people would wave. And I lived in this town at that point almost 10 years, and it wasn't a huge town. So you kind of knew who was around, who fit in the area, who you'd run into or see at the store, that kind of thing. And
sure, you pretty much knew everybody, didn't you?
No, but you knew, you recognized people. You may not have known them, but you knew them. You knew who they were, or you'd seen them before. These people, these two people just didn't seem to fit. And they drove past and they waved. Like, okay, well, I'm on the side of the road. No big deal. They're just being nice.
Did they drive by your house, or were you like walking along the road?
They drove past my house while I was out, along the edge of the road, probably 20 feet from the road, mowing the grass.
What kind of car?
A little red convertible kind of thing.
Oh, so you could see in totally.
Yeah, they had the top down, and I guess it would be equivalent to like a Miata or a spring kind of thing. But
an
I don't
MG or something.
Yeah, something like that. And
cool.
They drove past and they waved, and I didn't think much about it. But then
was it a man and a woman or two?
Yeah. Man and a woman, and in a weird way, he looked like Ken, the doll.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She kind of looked like Barbie, but not so much blonde hair, kind of not a fake looking doll. I mean, she looked fake, but not like the Barbie exactly. Whereas he looked almost exactly like Ken.
What did his hair look like?
It almost like Donald Trump's, kind of a perfect brown and perfectly, that big part and kind of combed back to the side.
Was it like plastic or was it like moving in the wind?
It was moving.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the first time I saw him, which it didn't really strike me as odd until probably maybe the first 3 months after we originally went onto that property. I would run into them, but it would always be at places where I couldn't really talk to them or ask them anything. I would be pulling into the gas station and they would be pulling out and they would wave. Or
both of them every time together in the same car. I'd be at a stop sign. They'd pull up at the stop sign. I'd have to go on and then they'd go and be gone. Probably the first 6 months or so after this happened, I probably saw them probably between 5 and 10 times. And each time it kind of got a little bit more, they interacted a little bit more to the point where they knew my name. Like I'd walk out of the gas station or walk out of the store and they'd be like, "Hi, Everett." Or yeah. How'd they find your name?
I have no idea. They'd know that I had been to the grocery store before I had gone to the hardware store, or they always just knew these little details.
So you stopped and actually talked to them?
No, they would be like walking past and they would say, "Did you get what you needed at the grocery store?" And
what the hell? That's weird. Freaky. When did you start getting freaked out by them?
The weird thing about this experience was that I was never really freaked out while it was happening. It never really bothered me when they were around. It was always after they were gone, it would be like, "Oh, wow, that just happened again."
Okay.
And after probably the first 6 months or so, then it got really erratic where I could go 3 months and not see them. And then all of a sudden they'd be their car would be behind my car at a stoplight, or they'd be driving past my house, or it was very erratic to the point where, it might be a month, 2 months, 4 months. And as soon as I would kind of forget about the experience,
there they were again.
They'd show up again.
And they'd always wave?
They'd always wave or say hi, or
were they ever not in their car? Did you ever bump into them at the grocery store or something inside?
Inside, no. I come to think of it, I don't think I ever saw them out of their car.
They were always in their car. That's really weird. Okay.
So yeah, and then it would be very erratic, and I would start to kind of forget that these experiences happened, or kind of write it off as, I was just kind of making more out of it than it was. And as soon as I would start to do that, within a week or so, I'd see him again somehow.
Did you talk to your parents about it?
No, not really. I was a teenager, didn't talk to them much, Plus, I didn't want to go telling them that this all started after I trespassed and got chased out of some property.
Okay. Do you think they live there? Is that what we're getting?
I don't know. I've asked a lot of people. I've asked psychics. I've talked to different people in different fields of the paranormal, just trying to see what these beings or people could be if they're, if they are paranormal. And I've never gotten any real
definitive answers.
Yeah, in fact, I was working with somebody that we started researching the whole phenomena just to see if, maybe I was crazy or something. And we really couldn't even find much information on that kind of phenomena.
All right. So how many times did you see him and how long did this go on for?
I bet you I saw him a total, somewhere between 50 times over the course of the last time I saw them was probably somewhere between 5 and 6 years ago. My wife and I actually kind of took a drive looking for them.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's the weird thing. I actually had convinced myself, because it hadn't happened. Once we kind of moved out of that area, it didn't happen anymore. They never came to where I live now, or never showed up in my driveway here. But
hold on. So where did you move to, and when, and why?
We moved to a town about 60 miles southwest of Chicago called Morris. We moved there because I had a chance to buy a house really, really at a good price.
Okay. So you moved away from home. You got married. Did you get a job too? Did you have a family? Okay.
Yeah, I worked in marketing, and we had a chance to buy a house that my uncle had owned, literally right next door to the house with the tree. I could go out there and touch the tree while we're talking, where the first experience happened.
Oh, okay.
So once we moved down here, it didn't happen. Hasn't happened since then. But I had to kind of convince myself that it had happened, because we were talking one night, and it just doesn't. Looking back at it, it just doesn't seem like it really happened. And my wife had to point out, she's like, "Yeah, it did. I saw them with you." Like, okay. So we took a drive down just through that little village, and we drove past the house, and we didn't stop or go in or anything, but it sure seemed like we were followed. And we drove around for probably an hour, went to a different town. We went east and then went west to go back to our town, to our house. And a couple days after that, after not having seen them for a long time, all of a sudden I'm driving down the road, and there they are at the stoplight.
What'd you do?
Almost crapped my pants.
Was your wife with you?
No, she was not with me that time.
So what'd you do?
I looked, I was shocked, and then we were in traffic and I had to go.
Hey, guys, we came up with a theory. Ralph and I think that they drink blood and they're Satanists, and that's what keeps them young.
I've heard that. I've had people tell me that they're aliens, and that this place was an alien base where they were living.
Wait a minute. Didn't you tell me there was a big rumor around your community that they were Satanists?
Yes.
Yeah. And the places like that, they abduct girls and then get them pregnant, and then they sacrifice the babies, and there's no record of them. There's no birth certificate. They keep the women captive so that when they have babies, there's no record of it. They kill the babies and drink the blood. There's cults of this all over. They do this.
Hillary Clinton they have this soul thing. They kill endangered species and eat and man, soul cooking. I think.
Get on your mic.
Nah.
I don't know.
That's why the bees are going extinct.
Things. I can buy a lot of weird things, but I just have a hard time buying that Hillary Clinton drinks baby's blood.
I think she would look better.
Yeah, but there's a disease called Kuru.
I don't know. That's one of the things going out there. But also, when Obama was there, they were talking about Obama having the DNA of Akhenaten, and he's a clone. Because in the 60s, they did say that the DNA could possibly be intact for cloning one day.
You know what I don't remember, though, is any conspiracy theories or rumors like that about either of the Bushes.
Oh, the only thing about the Bush boys is that they trace back to the Queen of England.
Yeah, they've been nowhere.
Oh yeah,
George Bush Sr. is
all related in some way or another to the Queen of England. All of them.
They were war.
All the presidents?
Yeah, even Obama has been traced lineage-wise to the Queen of England. There's a website about that, and they show it all. They go right through it. It seems legit to me. I don't know. I can't prove it.
Well, there's a lot of things in this world we can't prove.
Nah, and you can always find. If you start with the theory, you can always connect a whole bunch of dots that are there, because it's such a small world. It is weird though. George Bush Sr. though, he definitely had ties to JFK and the assassination, I believe, with his oil rigs and the Bay of Pigs and everything that's going on down there. He was fully intertwined in all that. Check it out on YouTube. There's lots of videos about it. Anyways, the plastic people. Adam, did you have a question? He said something. Adam?
Do you think they like plastic pizzas?
Oh, that's a great question.
Don't know. I've never seen them eat.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's a good thing we're on the we're up at a break here. Okay, that was a great question. Maybe this little break will help you think of a better question for the guest when we come back on Monster Castle Paranormal. Frank Zappa, Plastic People. And we're back. All right, yeah. I've got a few things I gotta just go over here. The chat room for Spreaker, you gotta get the Spreaker app. You gotta get Spreaker podcast. Follow the show Monster Castle Paranormal, and you just click on the show, and it'll show you a little bubble for chat, cartoon talk bubble. Just hit that, and you're in the chat room on Spreaker. Or you can go on Twitter. You can go to 47Talk. Hashtag 47Talk. And that's our chat room on Twitter. What's said in the snark stays in the snark. All right. And also, Mike Oldfield came out with a new album today. Return to Omadon. Just so everyone knows, I actually have the original vinyl special edition. I'm gonna play some off of the original Omadon later. Cool, eh? What do you think, guys? I'm downloading it right now. I don't know if it'll actually be done before the end of the show. I've been trying, but it's coming in slow. I kind of doubt it. I probably won't be able to play it till next week, is my guess. Darren, you're being electrocuted, or somebody is. Who's being electrocuted? Oh, shit. Let me just check here. Is it this button? Oh, Jesus! Oh, fuck! Oh, not that button. No. Oh, Jesus! Okay, I got electrocuted. Okay, continue. Sorry. Go on. So I was going to ask about these Barbie people. Did their skin look different? They clammy looking? Do they sweat? Did you notice anything like they were not blinking or odd things like that?
That's so weird.
God.
I know.
Fuck.
Did Barbie and Ken have children?
Never had
Oh,
any
that
children in the
sucks.
car.
Huh. Is that your complete experience with the plastic people?
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's one of those things that it's not outright horribly terrifying, but it's odd in the creep factor, in that what was going on. What I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what these people were, if they belonged in the town, what they, are they aliens? Are they, what would they be, or what could they be?
Now, how many years ago was the last sighting?
About 6 years ago.
Have you ever thought about going back up there and following up on this with video or anything?
Yeah. But the last time we had gone up there, things were different. The area was different.
In what way?
Well, you couldn't see in there by the house anymore. The brush had grown up. The boat in the front, the ship's hull, was gone. The town has developed, so to speak, and I don't even know who owns the place.
You could find that stuff out.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. I should come up there.
One day I will trace down all the history, and just see where it takes me. But every time I start to go down those rabbit holes, things happen.
Don't forget the pitchforks.
What things happen?
Just all of a sudden my phones will crash, my computers will crash.
What do you think's going on?
Nothing really. I think that's just a fluke.
What do you think they were?
I don't know. Like I said, I spent a lot of time convincing myself that it was nothing.
Yeah. And what's your wife think?
She thinks they were perfect people, plastic people. She doesn't know. She doesn't want to say, I think, that, they were Satanists and they drink baby's blood to stay young. I don't think she wants to say exactly what they are, because we can't. It doesn't make sense.
It is weird. It is a very weird story.
The closest thing that I ever found to it were some cases in Brazil where people were showing up in hospitals with a wax-like plasticness to their skin, which was a medical condition and not related at all to what this was.
So we had a sound drop there for a minute. I think the NSA is on to us.
Were we not live there for a while?
For about, I don't know, a couple minutes we had nothing. Apparently Willie said there was nothing. Now it's back.
Okay, I wonder what part they missed.
I don't know. Probably when I first asked the question and a little bit after that.
It's the plastic people.
The plastic people.
They don't want to be discovered, I guess.
Is there anything else you could tell us about their appearance that was just really weird? What's the best look you got at them?
What do you mean, what's the best look I got at them?
Yeah, what was the closest you got to them where it was like, whoa, they look really weird?
Probably about 8 or 10 feet. And they looked, like I said, like their skin was... It looked like a matte finish, perfectly airbrushed picture.
An android. Like Data.
Somebody suggested that.
That's starting to be my theory now. Maybe they're
What's that?
extraterrestrial androids, just made into a human form instead of looking like a gray. They had made them to look like a human.
Weird.
Yeah, but that doesn't fit into if you follow the theory that this place was lived in by Satanists
and stuff. Yeah, but people can make up those stories because they see something they don't understand too.
True.
Stone structures, and I don't know. Maybe they're Lemurians. Who knows? Maybe they're people from the Hollow Earth.
I want to know how they knew your name.
Tell me about it.
Telepathic?
That's the point where I'd be like, how do they know I'm who I am? I'd be freaking out.
Well, and that's I kind of was, because like I said, this town, it wasn't a tiny little town, but you knew everybody, or you knew your neighbors, you knew who kind of you repeatedly run into at the gas station or at the grocery store or at Walmart or Kmart. You know people and their routines, and you see the same, people. And I had lived there at that time, the first time I experienced them, I had lived there for about 7-8 years already. So I don't know how they knew.
Every time you saw them in the car, did they have the top down?
Yes.
There's never a rainy day where they had it up or anything different.
Not that I noticed them, but yeah, every time I saw them, the top was down.
Weird.
So they weren't topless.
They were topless.
There's a joke there, but I'm not going to touch it.
Does Ralph have any questions?
No, let the joke fly. Come on.
Oh, I wouldn't have mind seeing her topless.
There we
She's
go.
pretty good looking.
Yeah, they both were. They were your
perfect,
attractive mid to late 20s couple with their cute little sports car,
for
looking
20
all
years.
That eat children and drink the blood. That's what I think. They were crazy monster people. They probably should be brought to my castle.
Everett, do you have any other stories besides...
What about Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I have never seen Bigfoot.
How about UFOs?
I've had a couple instances where I've seen weird lights in the sky or things during the day, but I've never seen an alien.
Have you ever eaten a chupacabra?
I have not.
What are your feelings about albino porcupines?
It's a valid question. Come on.
I think they should be protected.
I do too. Wolfman does too, and Willie too.
Oh yeah. And the Res Sasquatching team.
Is Yuck calling in?
I can call him right now. I don't know. He didn't. I told him to call this one. I'll punch him in.
Have you talked to Yuck Nasty before, Everett?
Actually, you know what? What I want to move on to is with Ralph and the flat Earth theory.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Let's ask him some questions.
If he'll come on, unless you want to hear some, let's have a break because we're coming to the halfway mark in the show, and I'll play that Mike Oldfield for you, and then we'll come back with flat Earth.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I could roll a ball to that.
Jesus.
So what year did he come out with this one?
Oh, it's written on here. Jeez, hang on. I want to know that. Oh, fuck. I want to know that. This was 1975. Omadon. Mike Oldfield. Omadon, the original one, which I bought at the time it came out. And here it goes.
Oh, yeah, because, like,
Well,
that might be older than Tubular Bells, maybe.
I'm not sure, actually.
Couldn't tell you. And we'll be back shortly, folks. All right. This time I won't forget to turn the buttons back up.
don't forget, everyone, to go to our website, monstercastleparanormal.com, and check out the articles and links. I don't know if you're listening to us on TuneIn Radio app or the Spreaker podcast internet radio app. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff there. It links you to our Twitter. It has its own chat room as well, but I don't think many people use that one. We mostly use hashtag 47Talk and the Spreaker chat room for this show. And you can also go on our website to our donate button. And our donate button will help keep Wolfman off the show. You won't hear his rude interruptions as often because he'll have to go out and then start doing some heavy-duty investigating. That's right. So donate now to Monster Castle Paranormal. It's where the real freaks hang out, baby. All right, dig it. And we're back. Oh man, Ralph,
I'll just give you $50 a week.
No, you're not supposed to pay. You're a co-host.
Then you don't interrupt me though. I give you $50.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's right. There you go.
That might be worth it.
Pretty good incentive, eh? I'll be out ghost hunting and stuff, and you get to talk.
I'm just messing with you. Let's bring on Ralph.
Well, how you doing, guys? Okay, first with the flat Earth thing, right? First thing, they have this formula. It's 8 inches per mile squared, and so it gives up exponentially, right? Like 8 inches as a descent, right, on a globe. Okay, pick a river, pick a creek, pick any river you want in your head, and think how the water would have to go up and down. Because this is a serious amount. This is like miles on a curvature. Any river. It's going to go up and down, right? Wrong. Okay, and another thing. In Canada, we got a railway that goes from one end to the other. You think the engineers is making a train go up that much and down? We got bridges. We got bridges that go for miles and miles and miles. And it ain't allowing nothing for no curvature. Kansas is flat as a pancake. Actually, it's even flatter than a pancake. Kansas. The whole thing. Look at Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
But why do you say that?
How can you know...
8 inches is pretty much flat.
With lasers. They do it with lasers nowadays, right? And they go from like the same height above sea level and it doesn't change. They can do it with a laser. They do this. You can look it up. And flight paths.
Okay, wait a minute. Over how long of a distance are you talking
when you do the Amazon River? What's that? Look at the Mississippi. Look at that. It's going to go up and down.
So you're telling me they did a laser test on the whole length of the Mississippi River?
Oh, no. They
because that's what the only thing it would take in order to prove it to me. You'd have to do a big, long stretch, like halfway across the U.S. You know,
well, that's what we have. We have the Missouri River.
8 inches per square mile. You shouldn't be able to see the bottom of a building that far away. Like a barn in Saskatchewan. You shouldn't see it from 20 miles away. It should be gone.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because that's what they're telling us. Is that the scientists are telling us it's 8 inches. What did you say? 8 inches per
square mile.
And that's what the science books are telling us right now?
That's what the formula is.
And you've tested the formula and it doesn't work.
If you look at it.
From
okay,
you can't
go
see
on.
a building from 20 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
look at lighthouses. You can see them way, holy Christ.
So 20 miles would be 20 times 8 inches.
Underneath the horizon. That's another thing. The horizon's always at eye level, no matter how high up or down you are. Always at eye level.
All right, start at the beginning, Ralph. When did you first think that the Earth was flat?
I don't know.
Or was it a slow progression?
No, you see things that you can't disprove. Now, you can't prove a globe Earth. I don't think anybody's done it. Gravity's still a theory.
Globe Earth?
Because you can see things 20 miles away.
So every space agency on Earth that has a satellite orbiting around the Earth is involved in a conspiracy to convince all the inhabitants of Earth.
Actually,
a satellite. There's no such thing as a satellite either. There is no such thing. There's cell towers, and they put them up on mountains. They got cables going from every continent underneath the water. And another thing is, look at the atmosphere up there. Titanium would melt, right? That's what they say. They say it's like 2,000 some odd degrees up there. That's what they tell you. Another thing, rockets don't work in a vacuum.
Exactly. I always thought about that.
They don't even work in a vacuum.
How the hell does that work when rockets actually do not work in a vacuum? That's true. I always thought about that, about the whole space, everything. How the hell does that...
Something?
Newton's law.
You would wobble out of control in a vacuum.
There's no atmosphere to steady the shape of the craft.
But that's why they have multiple jets on them to...
Jets that go against what? It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
but what are they pushing against? There's no matter up there. They would just sit there and they would spray. It's in a vacuum.
How can you see the sun's angles on an angle? How can you see the sun rays on an angle? You do it all the time. Okay. You see them on an angle.
I do agree with this one point about
it wouldn't work if it was
rocket engines in a vacuum. I agree, will not work.
Let's just start at the beginning. Ralph, I'm going to just begin like I don't believe anything. I'm just sitting on a flat earth, okay? I'm going to be open to every argument you make, okay? What was the first thing that convinced you, or what are the best examples of why you believe it's flat?
Lunar eclipses, when both the sun and the moon are looking at you. That's another thing. Everything goes for the flat earth and nothing goes against it.
So if you see the moon...
And the sun and the moon's being eclipsed from the top.
Like if you can see the sun and the moon at the same time, that convinces you because the sun should be on the other side?
Just doesn't work on a ball earth. You got to put a light on one side of the ball and see if you can see anything on the other side. It's called an umbra and a penumbra.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
I have a question for you. Since your belief is that the Earth is flat, what is your theory about the sun or any of the other celestial bodies?
Oh, you talk about the firmament and the waters above.
No, he's asking if the sun and the moon are flat too, or if they're round.
Well, you never seen the other side of the moon, have you?
No, I have never seen the other side of the moon except for on the NASA pictures.
So that don't make sense with orbiting. Oh, another thing, man, your atmosphere would get sucked into space so quick if you had an atmosphere without a firmament. And rainbows reflect that firmament. And the water's blue and everything's blue because of this water and everything. But that's the Bible, right? They don't know.
Okay. You're throwing a lot of stuff out here. Just slow down a little bit. We're not going to attack you. Just one thing at a time here. So we got 20 miles and 8 inches. They say that it's a globe and it's 8 inches down per mile, right?
On Earth, right. Well, not 8 inches. So, it goes up exponentially. You got to square it. And that's what they're giving you with the equator and everything, like, you know, and how far it is from the North Pole to the equator, and then you got to figure it out and what they give you as an equator.
Okay. So, what about the people that are in the Navy and have gone around the globe?
Right, I was in the Navy, actually, you know, and I've traveled. Okay. And I don't think we went up. I think it was sea level. I think that's why they call it that.
Where did you go?
I went to Puerto Rico, Aruba. We went down to Virginia, especially Virginia. And then we went up to Newfoundland. And I don't think we went uphill. How are you going to do that?
What? I don't think you'd have to go uphill. You just go around.
Why? You think the whole ocean's flat on a globe? That big, huge chunks of ocean that we got, it's straight flat on a globe.
What do I think?
What makes sense? I don't know.
Well, you tell me.
No, you're just looking at the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Indian, and everything, and it's all flat. Because it is.
It seems flat. It seems very flat when we're out there, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a matter of
perspective, right? Because you can only see so far, right? Can you? As far as the eyes can see. And even then it changes, right?
Well, I would imagine if it's a flat Earth, when you looked out, it would actually be higher up on the horizon. Is that incorrect?
Oh, no, it'd still be eye level. But because you can only see so far, right? That's just the way it is. But it would always be eye level on a flat Earth, which it is. On a globe Earth, it would descend. The horizon would.
It would end.
It would descend, though. And, you know, everything... And if you see a building far away, it would be tilted. On a globe Earth, it would be tilted to your perspective. Anything would be tilted.
Away from me?
Yeah, right.
But it's at such a small scale. I don't think
No, it's a big scale. It's 8 inches. It really adds up, man. You check it out. It really adds up. You shouldn't be able to see something 14 miles away at all.
8 inches times 14 is just like 10 feet, isn't it?
No. See, it's squared. It gets bigger. You got to check out the formula for yourself. And check out the maps and check out and everything. Check it all out.
The human eye can only detect a difference of about 1/8 of an inch per 10 feet, I believe it is. So if you're looking at something that's a mile away, if you're looking at a skyscraper, you're going to see it as straight, even if it is curved away from you a little bit or tilted away or tilted to the side. Not to mention the fact that with geology, there are flat places on the earth and levels change. So you can look at something and it may be at a slightly higher or lower sea level than you, and that's going to affect how you see it.
That would have to happen everywhere. It don't.
In the Navy, did you ever just start in one direction and then end up back around the globe again?
Oh, no, I didn't go that far. No, we just went south and north.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. If you're on a plane, does that plane go up and then go down?
Plane as an airplane, or plane
if you got a helicopter and you're up 100 feet, and when you land, how do you land on the same place? The Earth's supposed to be spinning, isn't it?
It does spin, but we're inside.
That's what they tell you, isn't it? The helicopter goes up and comes down 8 hours later on the same space. How come?
Right. What they say is it's because it's like being in a balloon or something.
Yeah, you're saying gravity, the theory of gravity works, eh?
If it was space, I think that would work.
Put a GPS up there and see what happens.
Up where?
Well, you're supposed to be spinning. So if you're up there being still, your GPS should change. You should be able to clock kilometer or miles an hour up there spinning so fast.
Well,
think of the Earth.
When a plane heads east versus west, if you head west, the sun doesn't go as fast. It's a longer day.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, you should look into it more. Man, it's fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna go get drunk. No way you're gonna get a 1,000-mile river with no curvature.
I don't know what happened there.
2 cases of beer.
Oh, were you taking off, Ralph?
Yeah, I got 2 cases of beer I gotta drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I got on my way.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
I
hope we didn't chase him off. I feel bad.
I had a couple legitimate questions.
Hang on. Yeah, I know. Hang on. I got
2 more questions.
He's gone.
Oh, shit.
Guys, I'll be right back. I got to just thank him for coming on before he walks out of my house.
Everett, I hope we didn't chase him off.
I hope we didn't. I feel bad, but I didn't think anything you or I had asked was all that odd to ask.
What were you going to ask him?
I wanted to know where the water goes at the end of the Earth. What's on the other side? If the Earth is flat, there has to be something on the bottom. It has to have a bottom. I want to know what's there.
Or what he thinks is there.
And if it is flat and there is a bottom, why aren't people exploring it? Why aren't we tunneling through?
Do we fall off when we get to the edge?
Yeah. And you know what? If that's the case, we don't need landfills anymore. Why do we have landfills if the Earth is flat?
Just go to the edge and dump it off, all the radioactive shit. Just throw it off of there.
Every country just has a big giant hole that they drop stuff down to drop out of Earth.
Wonder how thick he thinks it is, or if he thinks it's oblong, or what. I think a lot of these guys, they get real technical, and I think the Earth isn't perfectly round. That's what I think is what's going on.
No, it's not. Between that and between changes in sea level and things like that, your eye can perceive things differently. And like I said, I really had some genuine questions that I'd like to hear his theories on.
Yeah, he was just going and going and going. I was trying to slow him down and start at the beginning, but I think he got frustrated or something. I don't know.
No.
He's talking about the rivers. The rivers, you can measure those. They're all.
He wasn't frustrated. He just not used to being on the radio, and I think he just that was his first attempt. You know what I mean? Get him in slow.
Sure.
But he did say that he wants to try to get a Skype so that he can call in and talk with us. So he'll be back.
Okay.
But
where's Yuck?
I will be listening because I really have some genuine questions.
Let's get that Flat Earth man on.
Well, ask the question to me because he talks to me at work all the time, this guy. And I'll tell you what he would say.
Okay. Go ahead, Everett.
If the Earth is flat, what's on the bottom? What's underneath us?
Oh, yeah. That's what they're not sure about. They think that it's like just rock, and it's just a massive rock.
Easy to get to.
Massive rock, and he thinks the outer atmosphere is so really, really hot. And it would burn you up if you went through it.
Why does he think the atmosphere is hot?
I know I didn't quite get that one, but that's what he thinks. I don't know
that
why.
Sounds like something he'd take from a basic engineering class with rocket re-entry. I mean that's where I would think that he gets the heat.
I've had big arguments with this guy at work, and he has an explanation for everything you throw at him. He has some sort of scientific, half-believable explanation for everything you throw at him. Everything's covered by these flat earthers. They have every corner covered where they say, oh, this doesn't work? Oh, then let's show you how that actually does work. You know what I mean?
It's conspiracy theory.
I just can't buy that there's no satellites, that all these space agencies, everybody is hiding everything from the citizens of the planet.
Yeah. Hey, Yuck, are you there?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Yuck Nasty is in the castle. Everybody, give a big warm welcome for Yuck Nasty. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thank you. America first. I swear to God, all I'm thinking about is America first.
From Get in the Corner comedy podcast. Buddy of mine here.
Fuck Canada. Fuck Canada.
I'm not from Canada. Are you trying to start a fight?
Trying to start a fight with Wolfman.
Oh yeah, he's a Canadian fucker. That's right.
I'm not that patriotic towards any country. I think all countries should melt together. And actually, no politics. Total anarchy. No politicians. Everyone just get along. Help each other. Total hippie.
Yeah, that always works.
Total
great.
hippie.
You sound like a Bilderberg. The North American Union. What are we talking about, Wolfie?
Yeah. And we could trade beaver, man. Yeah.
Hey, man. I was listening earlier, and I swear to God, all you sounded like you was roasting the fucking guest on me.
Oh, do you think that's why he left?
I don't know. I missed when he left. Not you.
The plastic.
Yeah, the plastic people guy.
He's still here.
He's still here.
Still here.
Oh, you're still here? My bad. It sounded like you was getting roasted. Like I don't know. Maybe I was just
like kind of like this. I'll like this kind of thing. Hang on. Like when when
not at all.
When Igor comes,
I was thinking of more like some Obama and Biden memes.
I was like, "Come here, Igor."
Yes, master.
Will you electrocute this guy right here?
Yes,
All right, that's enough. Igor, he's done. Okay, take him away.
Yes, master.
Go downstairs now.
Am I the one who brings up the fucking craziness?
All right,
man.
No,
I smell.
He's gone. Don't worry.
Nothing wrong with crazy.
That's Dave
All right.
Scott.
All right, my bad. What was the Hey, brother, what's your name again? The plastic
Darren.
people. Darren.
No,
Everett.
Everett's the plastic people.
Everett. Why are they called the plastic people? I've been wondering that the whole time I was listening.
They've gone back and forth between the plastic people and the perfect people just because they look so fake and perfect. They look like they're not real. They almost look doll-like.
Okay. So mannequin-like.
Ken and Barbie.
Like kind of there, but a little bit rubbery.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect. None
taken.
Does that mean they wouldn't have to wear condoms because they're already made of rubber?
Here we go, Wolfie. Radio, yeah.
But if they're alien cyborgs, they don't even need to breed.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, man. With them 3 titties and all.
3 titties, all right.
Yeah. Thank you very much. 3 titties, all right. Yeah. Oh, baby.
See,
I
man,
wish I knew if that was true or not.
How do we know they're not just from Malibu and they just relocated there? They're just regular people. With lots of plastic surgery.
They'll probably come out of that cave down under the water in Malibu from that strange structure. That they probably came out of there.
David Icke, man, he'll tell you about the planet of fucking leopard people. They got too many bot surgeries. It's right there next to Nibiru on the planet where the leopards came from. I mean, the lizard people.
The lizard people, they're from L.A., aren't they? The tunnels of L.A. underneath. I was listening to that the other night. That was pretty cool, actually. Have you heard of the California Club?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's like it's from 1888. It's a secret. Well, it's like all the elite people would meet there, and it's like the oldest building in downtown. It's supposed to be over a bunch of tunnels, underground tunnels of LA that go through the Hollywood Hills over to Disneyland. You ever hear about that?
No, never. No.
Yeah. I sent it to you, Wolf, man. I thought it was a cool show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's interesting? I find interesting is what John Rappaport.
Yeah, Rappaport.
Yeah, what he says about the pig farmers. The big pig farmers are the big industrial ones. They have nowhere. They don't have enough land to spread their manure, basically. So, and this is a study done by John F. Kennedy privately through Donald Trump. And they're saying it has to do with immunization and diseases and viruses that, and they're blaming viruses for just fecal conditions, basically, where people are getting sick because there's too much bacteria and feces from the big industries. And it's a big fucking conspiracy on people getting sick, and they're saying, it's a virus, it's a virus.
Isn't that what Muhammad was teaching? Don't eat the pork because those were the fuckers that ate all of the shit. It's like, why do you want to eat the scum sucker in your fish tank?
That is so untrue. They don't like being in their poo. My cousin is a huge pig farmer in Iowa, and he puts all the poo in this big, huge container, a big concrete container, and it sits out in the sun, and then he uses it for his fields after it's been sitting there for a while. Yeah, he lets it sit there for a while, though.
How can yeah, exactly. With everybody that's been before us, you think they haven't done exactly what you're talking about, Jeff, with your brother or whoever in Iowa, using the manure for fucking to feel, you know what I'm saying?
He uses every bit of it.
Yes.
Over and over. And he lets it sit in these big round concrete things, and then when it gets to a certain point, he puts it back on the fields. And by the way, this is Darren, not Jeff. Jeff the Gray is on
My bad, Darren. My bad, Darren.
That's
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. How's your show going?
Real good, man. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Yeah, it's this is Yuck Nasty from Get in the Corner podcast. You'll find on YouTube real easily. Get in the corner. Get in the corner.
I'm still a fucking dumbass when it comes to I'll stay up all night watching crazy YouTube videos. I have been hooked on Pizzagate.
I know.
You guys even mentioned anything about that?
Oh my God!
That's so where actually Eric told us all about that on one show. Yeah, Eric the Protector.
There's some to it, man. They haven't explained exactly what the extra cheese means.
Yeah, exactly. Like but it, all of a sudden
pizza.
Everett, do you know anything about this, Everett?
I know very little about Pizzagate.
Oh,
where's
I don't like
we need to get Eric the Protector on here.
Actually, I personally am sick of the topic. I don't know.
All right, now the funny thing about everything that's going on is this is the whole thing. Pizzagate started the whole fucking scenario of having fake news out there. Okay, so everybody. Okay, what'd you say?
Well, that's what they said.
Exactly, but now, how can it be fake news when the whole thing started by finding out codes through Podesta's hacked emails?
Yeah, what they did is the FBI had all these
Yes.
pictures and codes of child pornography, and the
Yes, and
picture is like a
pedophile.
triangle. Yes,
Yes, yeah,
cheese
man.
pizza, child pornography.
Yeah, and it's crazy because again, the weirdest thing is they're saying, yeah, this was planted to be fake news. No, this was only brought out from people investigating on the web to find out what are these things that WikiLeaks and Podesta's emails are they talking about, because shit seems crazy. They went to the FBI website, found out, wow, man, all this shit has to do with pedophilia.
Yep.
Pedophilia.
More
Oh
and
man.
more and more and more.
And then they started searching for cheese pizza on Twitter, and everyone started finding like a big group of people that were into cheese pizza.
Yeah,
and then they
that-
started deleting everything.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like companies, there's a pizza company that changed their whole logo to make sure it doesn't look like the FBI logo for
child
pedophilia.
pornography.
Exactly, man. It's crazy, and everybody tries to say it's fake news, but man, that shit is
There's
too
some smoke there.
yeah. There's too much out there to be looking at it like it's fake, and it should just be like not acknowledged.
Well, they just
That's
need to investigate it. That's for sure. They're not talking about pizza. I don't know what they're talking about. They could be talking about UFOs for all I know.
Yeah, man. That dude. There's this one dude who owns that comic ping pong and pizza place. His his Instagram page. His name was Jeff Elefantis or something.
Yep.
His name on Instagram was Jimmy Comet, and he had a lot of crazy looking pictures with a lot of crazy comments with little kids. Like, that's the thing, man. I'm not posting anything on my Instagram of somebody else's kid.
No.
But didn't he justify that, though, that he ran the business and part of it was the children's birthday parties or that kind of thing, and he was using it to
Of course
market his
he did.
business?
Of course he did. But again, if you look at the fucking photos that he had posted on his shit, that's some crazy stuff. What kind of parties is going on where I've never been to a party, or I never brought my son to a party where he's getting taped on a freaking table.
And then the people that play music there,
Yeah,
sing about fucking dirty
that
shit.
band. And this Jeff Olifantis dude. Yep, we got to give Wolfman attention. Jeff Olifantis is related to Wolfman.
I don't know what that was. I have no idea.
He's in the tunnels with the kids.
Oh man. Nope, that was a.
My bad, partner.
Oh man.
And who wants a pizza after that?
It is disgusting,
extra cheese.
man.
Bring some extra cheese. Would you please come to the party with some extra cheese?
Yeah, man. Fuck,
for our
dude.
cheese pizza.
You know, I don't give a shit what you do in your bedroom, but you bring kids in there, man, you deserve to fucking get cut off. Exactly.
The worst part is the artist that John Podesta loves.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That picture of all the little girls up against the wall covering their backsides.
Yeah, they're hanging from a fucking emptied pool. Like a pool where you swim in.
That's his favorite photo. It's on his wall in his house.
Yeah,
what
them
the
sick
hell?
Fuckers,
Who
man.
puts that on their wall?
That's some sick
That's
fuckers,
a little
man.
weird.
Yeah, and then all the
That's a weird schnitzel and a
he
half.
hates Wolfman hates talking about politics and pedophilia.
I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about child
Pedophilia.
fucking pedophilia, man.
He doesn't like
Fuck
this
that.
subject either.
That's the most important fucking topic out there.
It's
Man, we
great.
can't let
It's
these
great and everything,
kids-
but it makes me depressed, and it makes me want to hear like a shiny, happy song, something like this one. You know, something like this.
Wait till Otis sees us! He loved us!
It feels so good to be back here at the Dexter Lake Club. We like to do for you now a tune entitled Shamalama Ding Dong. So hit it.
Yeah.
sugar did. You put the shamalama, baby. Ding dong. Hey, you put the ooh mama, oh, 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 back into my smile child. That is why, that is why, that is why, that is why you are my sugar daddy. And our love, this love we share, is stronger than the others. No one else can compare. Stronger than the highest mountain and the deepest sea. Hey, you put the shamalama, baby, in the rama ding dong. Hey, you put the ooh mama, oh, 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 back into my smile child. Hey, hey, that is why, that is why, that is why, that is why you are my sugar daddy. Shamalama, baby.
Shamalama, lama, ding dong. Baby. All right.
Wasn't that from Animal House?
Yeah, it certainly is. It was.
Louis give you that?
That was, what is that band called? Otis and something. Yeah.
Yeah, Otis Day and the Nights.
That's it.
Yeah.
Curtis. Everett's here.
Yeah, Boomerang, and it refused to come back.
Curtis is on mute until he starts listening and knowing what's going on in the show. You can hear him, but the crowd can't right now, because I am God of the fucking soundboard.
Okay.
That's a powerful position.
Curtis, are you ready to join the conversation now? Because I've got you in limbo right now.
Full of your guests.
Okay. This is Everett Themer from Spaced Out Radio.
Okay.
And this is our buddy Kurt.
Hello, how do you do? I'm
Hi,
Curtis. Hi. Glad to have you on. I just think it's a creepy subject, terrible. I think it's good to discuss it, but the way you all get into the detail of telling people of the detail of what was happened, I think it should be discussed more on of a legal kind of how terrible. Anybody that would ever do that to a child should be put away forever. Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, man.
Period. No discussion.
I know. I say a lot of F's.
He was molested as a child. If you touch a child, the Bible says if you ever hurt a child, you will have chains wrapped around your neck and sunk to the deepest sea at the very bottom. That's what the Bible said about that. You hurt a child.
I actually prefer letting Igor electrocute them.
Well, that would be good too. Before they're sunk with chains, yeah. Make them have to go through that and let it last really long, where they really hurt to hurt a child.
Oh my God, Kurt, you're a sadist.
Huh?
That's sadistic.
Well, I was things happened as a child, and it was terrible. And I don't want to go into the detail, but how dare anybody hurt a child like that? How anybody hurt a child? And if you do, the Bible has scripture. Somebody wrote down what will happen to you. So that's what I think it should be talked about and not going into detail. Well, this little boy had this happen, and I don't think that.
Well, hey! I never said this little boy had this happen.
No,
I'm sorry, my language doesn't is not appropriate for you, bro. But honestly, I get passionate about fucking assholes touching little kids, and a lot of cuss words come out, right, Wolfie?
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, I think it's, and it happens to boys and girls. Like, it's really sick.
Terrible.
I was a victim when
I
actually was a baby.
I actually had a Catholic priest come after me when I was a kid.
Adam was saying something.
When I was a baby, my own brother molested me and damaged my insides.
Oh my God.
Jesus, awful.
Yeah, if you get molested as a child, your life is a struggle pretty much for the rest of your life.
And I don't think we were talking about it inappropriately. I think it's important to talk about so that people are aware of what's going on, and
I joined in mid conversation, so I'm sorry if I told you my part, and I apologize if I wasn't trying to say you were talking. I just hearing detailed memories of things, it brings back a lot of crap. But continue on, a great show.
I can like to continue on a more positive. Don't just totally drop this subject because it's too dark, and I don't like it.
Hey, Adam, man, we fucking love you, baby. Man, it's yuck nasty, dude. I love the shit out of you. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Don't let that shit fuck with you.
Thanks.
Gotta keep moving forward, partner.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit. Good point. Good point. That way to stick up for him, Yuck, and I agree. Yeah, everyone's just, you got to be a soldier and just keep moving on, and it's not the act. I mean, don't go after the actor. Go after the act. Right?
Yep.
Or go after both.
Well, it depends on the situation. Some people are just
if
troubled.
somebody's molesting you, I think you got to take out the actor.
Oh, okay, I guess. Yeah, it depends
actor.
on the situation, what kind, like how severe or whatever. But he says he was damaged from it. I think the guy should be hung, even though it is his brother. Personally, that's my opinion. But
yeah, my brother was basically cut out of the family after that.
Good.
Jesus. How much older was he?
He was. I'm 28, and my brother is in his late 30s. So.
Yeah.
Well, there's a positive side to it. It probably inspired you to, like, as a musician, because it gave you more passion in your music.
Right on, man. You make music, Adam.
That I do.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right. Why don't you play us a song, Adam? It's about. We actually missed a break.
Pain, when it comes to
so,
music,
Adam, why don't you give us one of your songs on the guitar?
Sure.
Are you ready?
I'll just pick up my guitar. And, yeah.
Here we go.
Dude, I would love to hear it. Just a second.
Everett, are you having fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast.
Yeah? Are you glad you came on my show?
Of course I am.
Awesome, man. I'm glad you're
awesome.
I hope everybody in the chat room is having fun here. Looks like Goddess of Love posted something funny in the hashtag 47talk. She's got a lady's dress with a map of the world on it. And it says, "Honey, do I look flat in this?"
Tiffany's
on the front or back?
No, it shows the front, like the waist, like the hourglass shape, right?
Tiffany's asking if we've ever had Oreo popcorn.
What the hell? Is she from Mars or something?
He's trying to change the subject, I'm sure.
Oh. Kind of.
Adam, you gonna get your shit together over there and play the guitar?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a cover of "Bleed from a Cold."
Okay.
I want the Oreo cookies popcorn from Mars. It's got to be made on Mars.
Here it goes.
Don't forget, folks, MonsterCast and Paranormal.com. And you can go to our Facebook as well. There's Monster Castle Paranormal on Facebook, and there's all kinds of stuff that Darren just put on there, a bunch of new stuff, I think. Didn't you, Darren?
I did. I put a little bit on the CIA.
Yeah.
The CIA leaked. Well, Obama leaked them. Whatever. He put them out. It's pretty
I
cool.
got a story to tell, real quick. I don't want to interrupt.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I work in Phoenix for in the original CIA FBI buildings. 1961 they were erected, and they are north and south towers, and they're seafoam green in color, that cool color of the 60s early, and copper, because that's what we mine in Arizona, copper. But I work on the 9th and the 11th floor. I thought that was on North-South Tower, 9th, 11th floor, CIFBI. Just, I always thought something crazy about that. There's statues all out front of not lions, but of, what are the things in fountains? What are those called? The statues.
The gargoyles?
Gargoyles,
Fairies?
yes. There's gargoyles all around it. And then elephants, too, off to the side. I just thought that something. I end up on 9/11. That's where I work, in the North-South Tower. And then FBI, CIA, original buildings, occupied by someone. I don't want to give my company away, but that's where I work. It's weird, just creepy. 9/11 North-South Tower. CIFBI, gargoyles and elephants, all statues out front. Original from 61. The company that I work for opened them in 67 and bought the towers, and that's the year I was born. And July 4th, 67, they opened. Something just crazy stuff. Makes you wonder, coincidence, or make you wonder about 9/11. If any of you ever wondered if it might have been a kind of inside kind of job,
Dude, when you mentioned the date, July 4th, and what year was that?
67.
Isn't that the date that somebody suggested the whole history changed to a different parallel reality because something hit the planet? That's the same date.
Maybe. I've never heard that. If you have information on that, tell me about that. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, coincidence all my life about that. I mean, I just happened to be there. And it's just weird that I work on the 9th floor part of the day, 11th floor the next day. I'm in North-South Tower, and gargoyles and elephants, and just make you wonder about that inside job. Was there we trained or some? I didn't train. I say we are government trained or something.
I'll say
we are government trained Osama bin Laden. Yes, in the Reagan years, we trained him. What he did, we trained him to fight the Soviets in the way he did the tower. So, we taught him, our CIA taught Osama bin Laden what he knew. It's true. It's documented. Look up history. We trained him. We, United States. And then he does that to us.
Everett, what's your thoughts on this?
Wow.
On whether 9/11 was an inside job or...
Yeah.
I just don't think it was. I think it was some radical terrorists. Osama bin Laden was trained by us. I think it was radical terrorists who wanted to take out what they saw as a capitalist country.
Well, there's some of us that think there was a lot of holographic overlays on that day. That was the first day they implemented mass holographic overlays.
I don't believe that.
I tend to disbelieve that.
I have friends in New York City that are still seeing the holographic overlays right now.
What do you mean by that?
One of them's in our chat room.
I have no idea what a holographic overlay is.
Well, this is a new thing. This is a new theory that we've come up with.
What is that?
Well, I don't want to give it away too much because she's going to be a guest on my show soon.
Oh, okay. That it was all a facade or something?
Well, yeah.
Well, don't tell
No,
us.
holographic overlay. It's advanced technology that these objects look real. They and possibly even could have a force field that makes them feel solid, but it's not real.
Oh.
It's not real.
Hogwash.
How do you know, man? Think about it. It's scientifically plausible to do this. They could, in the 30s, they already had holographic images inside of a plastic tube. I mean, a glass tube. 3D holographic images inside of a glass tube in 1930s.
Wow.
But if people are still seeing this to this day, why isn't it being reported more? Why aren't people talking about it more?
It takes a certain type of person to be able to decipher between the holographic overlay and reality. You have to be intuitive, and you have to have sort of. The only people that I know that can see it are shaman and experiencers, psychics, people of the sort.
Adam, have you got that guitar over your shoulder yet?
Yeah, I'm all ready to. I am all ready to go now. Yeah.
Play that damn song.
Yeah.
By the way, before you play, my grandpa was a pig farmer all his life. That's how he made his money in a dairyman. And pigs are in slop. I went with him to collect old carrots in a dump truck, and he would dump all the old carrots from the stores into the pig mud. And that's what
they don't like it.
They love mud and slop
and
don't. Carrots in the mud.
No, they don't.
Oh, I saw that as a child. I did.
They live in the mud if they have to, but they don't like it.
Well, they sure just love to lay it and waddle in it. I've seen it as a child. It stuck with me forever. That's why you need to cook that pork until it just 500 degrees. Get all that crap out of it. But anyway, okay. Sorry.
We'll agree to disagree.
You can badmouth pork all you want, but I'm not giving up bacon.
Never. Always bacon. Oh.
Do you know you can? I've on the farm used to smoke all my meat, and I could make a chicken taste like bacon all the way through it. Oh yeah, bacon. And juicy too. You just have to use wood, and you just do it right. You smoke it. Smoke it with hardwood.
Never give up bacon or
oh my god,
ham.
It's good. I used to smoke everything: salmon, trout, stuff I caught, chickens, whatever, pigs.
Well, I got a smokehouse and a ton of apple and cherry wood to cut down. Why don't you come down here and let's smoke some?
All right,
smoke
man.
Some meat.
I'm good at it. I am really good at it.
Baked beans, cornbread, ham hock, ham, pork. Pork chops.
I know how to cure it up good, man. And you know, chewy cobras are good too. And so are, big feet. And sometimes, that's not bad.
Have you ate cobra?
Albino porcupine is really awesome.
Oh, my Lord. You're kidding now.
Yeah.
We'll let Adam play his guitar.
I thought you wanted them protected.
Oh, yeah. Is Adam, you've got your guitar ready? Because we're coming up to a musical break, and I'm forgetting what I was doing. But before you do, I want to give special thanks out to Spaced Out Radio, and special thanks to Mark Hanapepe and Rhonda from #DM Talk. And yeah, Just some people that helped out the show this week, big time.
Cool.
Rahonda.
Yeah, that's her. She's been my buddy in Twitter for a long time now. And same with Mark. So they're big supporters of our show.
Rhonda and Mark, good job.
Adam, are you going to play that damn guitar?
But before I start, how are the audio levels for this?
Turn it up.
Is that good? More?
More.
There you go.
More. There we go. That's good.
All right, yeah. Here we are. Take off the effect here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is taking off the effect. I repeat, taking off the effect. And meanwhile, I'll be adding some effects. Yeah, baby. All right, I am the Wolfman, and this is Adam Shadow trying to get his act together on Monstercast Live Radio.
And here's Adam waiting for you to stop talking.
Go, baby, go. You just start.
I'm feeling crossed. Take it inside. Burn up the pain. I'm feeling strange. Just like the things I used to love. Just like the tree that fell, I heard it. Are still inside, I feel it. I wanna show you all that I have inside. I wanna scream, let the blood flow that keeps me alive. Alive, alive. Take all these strings, they call my veins. Wrap them around every fucking thing. Presence of people not for me. I must remain entombed forever. My love is music. I'll marry melody. I wanna bleed, show you all that I have inside. I wanna scream, let the blood flow that keeps me alive. I wanna scream, I wanna feel. I wanna scream, I wanna feel. Won't you let me take you for a ride? You can stop the world, but you won't change me. I need music. I need music. Won't you let me take you for a ride? You can stop the world, but you won't change me. Let me bleed. Let me bleed.
Where's the cheering?
Oh my God, that was good. Holy shit, man. Wow. Amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't even, like, it just, I was mesmerized, man. Like, that, you are a very talented musician, Adam. I don't know what you're doing writing books, but it's good to do both.
Yeah.
Actually, that goes so good together with, it's probably what, by writing books has helped you structure the songs more so that you can remember all the parts and do all those intricate changes that you do.
Yeah.
It's very hard for someone to follow along with that. You'd have to give me a musical score for me, and I don't normally need that to play the drum line. Your song, I would need the score.
I think you said that was a cover. Was that a cover, Adam?
Yeah, it's a cover by the band Cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
cool. Well, it was
good. They don't in that one song. They don't actually use drums at all.
It was great. I've never heard that song.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh yeah.
Do they play it like you did?
Yeah, there's actually two versions of the song. There's the one that I played, and there's another one that they did recently during one of their concerts, Cold Live, where they did.
What do you mean you fucking a gong? Somebody fucking think they're gonna gong Adam? Really? Fuck that. Somebody try to gong you, man. I don't think you deserve that. It's not the gong show, it's the fuck off, fangul. Whoever did the stupid gong in there, over there, huh? Who's it, you, huh? Fuck on, Fango! Shut up! Okay, I think of this shut up now.
Yeah, when is your show on?
Wednesdays.
Okay.
And what I have time? The guy I do my podcast with stutters like a motherfucker too, Adam.
Oh, yeah?
And I make fun of him like a motherfucker. But I slur like a bitch. I got that Ric Flair problem.
I'm a smush, limousine riding, cocaine snorting.
Yeah, so he makes fun of me too. So
I love when you do the raps.
But dude, that's the thing. Like my boy that stutters, when he's like just is in the moment and he freestyles whatever, if he's singing or trying to rap, he never stutters and he's never off beat. That's why, man, music is where it's at, because you just gotta time yourself to the tempo that you're playing, man. You can kill it, and he was doing it with the singing.
Adam, why do you think it is that you don't stutter when you sing?
It's actually a somewhat well-known fact that that people that do stutter like I do when we sing, we don't stutter. Though when it comes down to me, my stuttering is actually situational. I don't always stutter. Especially when I'm around women.
Wait a minute. So when now that makes sense. I was just about to ask. So when you are really excited, you don't stutter, but he already answered that like, hell yeah, when I'm around women.
No wait. You don't stutter when you're around women?
No.
Wolfie, man.
When I'm around women, let's just say that they quite like me.
Interesting. So, are you more stutter more when you're on Wolfman?
Yeah, Wolfman. Nobody can
What's
hear
going
us when
on?
you play anything. Exactly.
Hey, that's not being heard over the air, dude. You think I'm an idiot? I had that.
Actually-
I can listen. We can hear that, but the crowd can't. I'm just testing
It's so hard to
something.
talk.
Yeah, but you got to realize I'm running a show and I'm getting sound effects ready for the next thing. And
Man, he's got that.
you
new
guys got to
board,
just
Darren.
ignore that.
He's got that new mixer board, man. He knows what the fuck to do, Darren.
So Adam, when you're on this show, you tend to stutter more than when we do a show that's off air. You get a little bit more stuttery when you're on air. You're a little more nervous.
Yeah. It's usually when I'm a bit more anxious.
Gets worse.
It gets worse. Yeah.
Huh. So, have you always done this since you're a little kid?
No. It only started when I was in. I think it was when I was in junior high, actually.
Interesting. Wow. But you would think you'd be nervous around girls, but you're not.
No, I'm not. No, I've never. I've pretty much always have had girlfriends. Since the first grade, especially in the first grade. I actually had from the first grade to the third grade. I had 9 girls that every single day they would kiss me.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I was getting a lot of lip action.
Well, you probably were more calm around them, so you probably preferred them and hanging out with them.
Now, if you didn't start stuttering until junior high, was there some event or traumatic occurrence that maybe made you begin to stutter?
I'm not entirely sure on that one.
It just started happening out of the blue.
Pretty much, yeah.
They say that people that stammer and stutter are usually way more intelligent.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
The motherfuckers are thinking way too much.
Yeah.
They're thinking way too ahead. And I've stuttered so many times. But you're always, your thoughts are way further ahead of your fucking mouth is working, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's awesome, Adam. It's awesome that you fucking got a link with music because it all has to do with the tempo. Even when you hear people giving speeches and everything, and man, that's good. I'm glad you're with music. I was excited as soon as I heard you say that. I was like, yeah, you do music too? Right on.
Awesome.
He reads his,
man, real shit.
It's incredible, actually. Some of it.
He reads his books. He doesn't stutter either. Yeah. And it's a really interesting cadence. It's hypnotic. Yes. It's interesting.
I've got something that I wanted to play tonight. It's Flat Earth Head.
Live?
Well, it's just a clip I took out
Yeah, it's live. It's a live thing, but it's I added a bit to it. It gives you a flavor of what the song's gonna be like, but it's not done. It's still a very rough version, but it's listenable. You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Sure.
Everett, you want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
Okay, here we go. This is me, I think.
The scientists will take offense. It makes no common sense. Flatter than, and they will always laugh at you.
Oh, it's not even playing. Oh yeah.
The atmosphere where everything is clear. You can see it hidden. It's perfectly a sphere. Aliens of fear. Look around at the curvature of ground, and you look across the sea. Forget your misery. It's light earth and it's not flat. Forget about that. Forget about that. Everything is clear. Flat earth head. You have nowhere else to vent your torment. Flat earth head.
Everyone has lied to you.
Flat earth head.
That's it, baby.
Good job.
Wolfman, can I make a request?
Well done.
Did you like that? But it's just a little taste of what it's going to sound like when I'm done with it.
Can you play that Happy, Happy, Happy box song?
I'd have. I could do it on my guitar.
I would like that. I love that song.
Okay. We gotta grab my guitar though. Well, You're gonna have to entertain the crowd for a minute because we only have 14 minutes left. But you guys could talk to Everett while he's still here, man. Plug your Facebook too, and Spaced Out Radio. Everett.
Everett, how often are you on Spaced Out?
I work mostly behind the scenes on some different projects, but I pop in and out of there maybe once or twice a month.
How well do you know James?
James Tyson?
Yeah.
I know him through, talking on the radio and stuff. I don't know him personally. I know he's a pretty good guy.
I want to get him on our show. I want to ask him about his Canadian Mountie stories.
I bet he has some pretty interesting stories. I know he spent a long time as a cop up there.
I know. He said that building got named after him, and that doesn't happen unless you're somebody. I didn't get the whole story there. Do you know what happened? Why
that a building was named after him?
Yeah.
I didn't know a building was named after him.
I think that's what he said. Yeah, and he said he retired because of post-traumatic stress. Do you know what happened to him?
Not really. The little bit we've talked on the radio, it's not something we really get into. So I don't know. But then again, he had a long career and probably saw a lot of different things. So I could see.
Well,
having.
Next time you talk to him, ask him if he'll come on our show. We'll book him for April.
I will ask him.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think Wolfman got us all booked up for the next few months anyways, couple months.
It's nice to be booked ahead.
Yeah. Did you hear our show about the lady that lived with the marlins or the wild animals?
No, that one I didn't hear.
Yeah, it was last Saturday. Was it marlins?
The fish?
No. Adam, what was it?
Goldfish. I don't know. Can't remember.
They're like weasels or something. They're like ferrets. Well, if Wolfman was here, he would tell us. It was pretty cool.
Marsupials?
No, it's only in Canada. I've never seen one. They're like ferrets.
Squirrels?
You guys,
Wolfman.
The crowd can't hear me right now.
Yeah, we can.
Can't hear.
You can, but they can't.
Oh, really? I'm on a different.
Us?
So ignore me.
Just you and I can hear each other.
All right,
that'll be easy to do with you sounding like you're in a tunnel.
Yeah. No, I'm setting up for a song, man.
Wolfman, what were the name of those furry creatures that lady lived with last weekend?
The Martins.
Martins.
We're at Martins, yeah.
Martins.
How's that sound?
Good.
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even if I
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, levels are good.
Perfect levels. Good job. Raining in Arizona tonight.
I feel good when I'm alone with you. Nobody's around on the grounds who knew. Put them in and take them out. Put them in and shout. This box makes me happy, happy, happy. Drug box makes me. I'll stay in the basement and hide. It's only fun when it rains inside. Put them in and take them out. Put them in and take them out. This box makes me happy, happy, happy. Drug box makes me. I feel good when I'm alone with you. Nobody's around on the ground who knew. Put them in and take them out. Put them in and take them out. This box makes me happy, happy, happy.
Thank you.
That was live on my guitar.
The drug box.
Well, the recording I played for you.
Little feel to it.
The recording I played earlier, actually, I was playing drums and singing, and a buddy of mine was playing guitar. But this one I played guitar live.
I like when you play guitar. That one you played last week was really good. The live jam you had.
I like, when I played a Hello. Yeah, that was nice guitar I did, yeah. I agree.
Happy.
It was pretty good.
Good job.
When did you write that?
When I met Sandra last year.
Drug Box makes me happy.
No, Drug Box is an old song. I wrote that when my band split up, actually, so it was never recorded with anyone.
What'd you think, Yuck?
Pardon me?
What does Yuck think of that song? He's still there?
I don't think he's here anymore.
Hey, Adam.
I don't think he's there.
Adam?
Yeah?
Do you know Stairway to Heaven with Led Zeppelin with the way you play that guitar? Do you know that cover?
I used to, but I haven't played it for years.
Well, please.
That's insulting, Kurt. Don't ask an original artist to play cover songs. They don't like it. Trust me.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just because the way he plays with the
but he has his own songs. He doesn't need to play anyone else's.
Wrong? I was just asking him. I thought he would be good playing that. It was nothing vulgar or.
I don't know if I think he's a lot like me, and I would say if I had to guess, Adam doesn't like playing cover songs.
He just played one. It was
In
great.
Kurt's defense, he did just play one.
He did too. Okay, play it then. Because I hate playing covers.
I bet you could play it.
But
you can play it, Wolfman.
I can do a lot of covers, but I like doing my own tunes. His tunes are good enough though that you don't need covers, man.
Can you play Stairway for Kurt?
That's what I was trying to say. His tunes are good enough that he don't need covers.
Can you play Stairway? Wolfman?
Oh, Stairway? No. I don't do covers like that. I write my own songs. I don't really. Okay. I'm more of a drummer.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
So the only songs I know on guitar, I know a few. I could do some Pink Floyd or something. But we're getting near the end of the show here, and we got to wrap it up. Everyone's got to say goodbye anyway, and then we're going to come back with Dirty Rotten Taro, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty Rotten Taro. All right. We'll probably have about a 15-minute break in between shows, maybe a 30-minute break. But if you want to join us for our late-night crazy show, you're welcome to it. I don't know who's going to stick around, but we always do this. It's a tradition. And everybody, say goodnight. And thanks to Everett and Spaced Out Radio.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and if you want to get a hold of them, you can always get a hold of them through Spaced Out Radio, right?
Yeah. There
Awesome.
or Facebook.
Yeah, or Facebook. Yeah, Everett Themer. I found him right away.
Thanks, Everett, for coming on. That was an interesting story.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. It was awesome.
Let us know if anything comes of it. If you go back up there, you could take some pictures for us.
My wife and I are thinking about going back up there just to see some friends and stuff, and I want to take a drive past there.
Don't forget the shaver.
Climb over that fence. I want to know what that fence is.
Running out of time. Damn. It was so fun. Anyways, we'll always be back. You can count on that. Are you guys, oh, you're outie. Alrighty. Oh, I got something to